How to build a six-figure real estate income that is actually consistent in 2026. So let me ask you a question. Look around your market at the agents in your market and ask yourself, how many of them are actually winning consistently? And I don't mean someone who has had one great year and then disappears the next. I'm really talking about those agents, we all know who they are, who have been winning at a high level for, gosh, let's say a decade plus. The ones that show up every year after year winning at a high level. So, like, what do they have in common? Let me ask you that. What do you feel they have in common? It's not luck. It's not personality, although some of them might have a good personality. And it's not working 80 hours a week, although some of them might work 80 hours a week. But we're looking at what is like most common in all of them. They all have three things. They have a relationship business, majority of the time, if they're actually profitable. They have systems and a clear process of how they actually run their business. And today I am going to show you how to build a consistent six-figure plus real estate business that works year after year after year and not a roller coaster. So let's dive in. But first, if you are serious about growing your business, hit subscribe. It'll take you 2 seconds. Guys, I am pouring out so much value that I have ran my business in the last 20 years. I've always been six-figure plus, but for the last 10 years plus, average income of just under 600K up to over 860 in a year. And there's something that comes with consistency and knowledge and being in the trenches. So hit subscribe. I'm going to send out tons of really good information. I, of course, make videos for agents who want predictable success, not like random wins, that really, really want to win. So step one, build your core database. You need to create a list of 300 to 500 people who know you, who like at least some level of trust or respect for you, hopefully. If you've lived in the same like location state for at least, let's say, 5-ish years, this is absolutely doable. And if you've lived there more than like 5 to 7 years, I promise you, you have that many people to put in your database. If they would recognize you at the grocery store, or you would recognize them, that is your database. So if you just moved, it's still possible. You just have to get really, really involved in generating relationships and get really intentional. So I am, of course, this video is really talking to those who have lived in a state for at least 5 years or longer. So once you have that list, don't treat everyone the same. I cannot tell you how many people are like, oh yeah, I have an SOI, a database. Yeah, I send them texts. I reach out to them. I just grab my phone. I send them newsletters. That's really not what I'm talking about. Categorize them by the relationship level. Like, how deep of relationship are you in with these people? So you basically categorize them based on how deep of a relationship you have with them or want with them. So some people will be like close advocates. Others will be casual connections. And some you're like, Jess, I don't even know if they would recognize me. That's okay. We can reconnect with people. Each group should have a different communication plan. And now here's really the key. What do you do with this database matters more than the size of it. Although, if you just have 100 people in there, that is not going to work. If you work just 100 people, like the odds are not in your favor. So here's some priorities. First, add value. We are not just calling. This is one of the biggest mistakes. People just start calling people they haven't talked to for 2 years and start asking for business. We have not earned that right. So first, add value. Share information, resources, insights that actually help people. So again, adding value, we can do that in so many different ways. I won't dive into that right now. But second, be professional. That's a whole nother video as well. But every interaction should be reinforced that you take your business seriously. It's setting you apart from all those other casual agents out there. Third, be the connector in your market. Introduce people to opportunities, vendors, relationships that actually benefit them. Fourth, make sure they clearly understand you are the expert in your field. You don't brag, you don't demonstrate expertise through consistent and knowledge. Like that's how you is showing up, being consistent, not by telling everybody how great you are, but actually by being that person that's always there, being the person that truly cares, being the person that's connecting other people with other connections, really caring about that other person. In the long run and even in the short run, this is incredible and it makes your job so much more fun. And your business, the way you actually run your business is completely different. You look at every relationship of how can I help them? If they're a business owner, hopefully you are doing things in that arena if they are business owners. Next is build real relationships, not surface level check-ins, but genuine connections. Here's what's like really interesting to me. Most of the agents I coach have been in the business for over 10 years. Some are earning well over 200K. Some are in that ballpark. Some are earning much less. Some are earning way more, but none of them came to me with strong systems for managing their database. Like none of them. So I'm here to tell you that's normal. So if that was you, if that is you, that is normal. That was me for the first 10 years in the business. I was like, oh yeah, I have an SOI. I work my SOI. I was not working my SOI. I was sending a newsletter quarterly. I would check in with them maybe quarterly, maybe every 6 months to ask for business. That is not working your database. That is calling and asking people for business, which is very, very different. So if you are an agent that's like, oh my gosh, this is not what I've been doing, just know you're completely normal. Most agents are told to focus. Like let's think about if you have a coach right now, or let's say you've heard coaching in the past, or you joined a brokerage. What do they tell you? Oh yeah, focus on your sphere and make a ton of contacts, right? Most agents are told to focus on their sphere of influence, but they are never given a real plan. Like what does that even mean? And without a plan, a database is just a list of names, right? So what happens? Well, really usually nothing, but agents start chasing cold leads because it feels faster. It is not faster. They think dialing strangers is the quickest path to a paycheck. And I'm here to say, I am not saying that you cannot make money cold calling. I have made a lot of money cold calling. I am just telling you there is a better, easier way to run a business. I've done 10 years cold and 10 years warm. I make 4 times the money and work less hours working warm. So I fully get it that you can make money doing both. At the same time, do we want to work smarter, not just harder? Hopefully, yes. It's backwards. It's completely backwards. Every single person in your database, think about it this way. So cold calling, we all know what that looks like. We are just dialing strangers. One, we have to go through those strangers to see if they're even motivated to sell or buy. Next, we need to see if they're qualified. Next, we need to earn their trust. That's a lot of things for one person that we've never talked to, right? So every single person in your database knows 200 to 300 people. If you have 400 people in your database and each of them know 250 people, let's say, and that's low, that accesses you to roughly 100,000 potential connections. That's a big deal. And yet most agents ignore that, network, and spend their days calling strangers one at a time. That is one of the biggest leaks in this industry. A consistent 6-figure plus business is built by activating relationships, not by constantly restarting from zero every single day. Next is creating a repeatable communication system. Again, that adds value. Your database should hear from you in multiple ways: personal touches, education content, and consistent follow-up, birthday card. I mean, it goes on and on. This is not about spamming people. It's actually about staying relevant and top of mind in a professional way. The agents who win long-term don't rely on memory or motivation, right? Like we can't be like, oh, I need to call this person. Oh, like they rely on systems. Their schedule, their outreach, everything is systematized. They track their conversations. They follow the process that can be repeated every week. This is how we can actually create a predictable, reliable, and a scalable business, including me. Too many of us are running this like a salesperson or a job. We are business owners. So how do we create predictability? How do we create consistency? How do we scale? This is exactly how you scale. That predictability is what creates stable income. Step 3 is protecting your time and focusing on high value activities. I'm sure you've heard this, and it is so true. Like what are you spending your time doing? At some point, hopefully you're leveraging that out. Too many agents stay busy, but they don't stay productive. The winning agents design their days around revenue producing actions. This is a must. If you are spending your time in the weeds, there is no way to scale. You are never, guys, we're putting in the time anyway. You're going to work anyway. You're spending all these hours away from your family, your friends, your kiddos to what? Not play at a level that you're actually capable of playing at? That makes no sense. And if you're one of those people that want to give back at a high level, I'm sorry, but more money is going to help you give back at a way higher level and make way more impact. Relationship building, follow-up, and client service, everything else is either systematized or delegated. A real business should create freedom, not burnout. And finally, understand that consistency compounds. You don't need like a perfect plan, but you need a proven plan. You need a plan you can execute every single day. Small disciplined actions repeated over time build a lot of momentum, and that momentum can happen immediately. That momentum turns into referrals, repeat clients, and reputation that grows without constant chasing. If you commit to building relationships, installing systems, and following a clear process, a 6-figure plus business stops being a hope and starts becoming a structure to your day-to-day life. And I want to hear from you. Give me a comment below. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me, like, what is the biggest challenge for you in your business right now in terms of consistent real estate business? Comment below. I read every comment, and it helps me create content that actually supports you. And if you are an agent that does not want to waste any more time, that wants to get here now versus in 5 years from now, if you want deeper guidance and accountability around building these systems that actually work, click below, book a call to me. Let me see if you're a good fit for our program. And of course, hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and here is your next video.